Hello everyone, my name is Aneesha Jain, Assistant Professor, Department of Economics in Xavier's College, Jaipur. In today's session, we will cover the topic matrices. So, I will be covering these four topics today, that is definition of matrix, notation, order and types of matrices. So, moving forward with the first topic, that is definition of a matrix. What is a matrix? A matrix is the rectangular or square array of numbers enclosed by two square brackets. Important thing to remember over here is that matrix is always enclosed by the square brackets and it is an arrangement of numbers where the arrangement can be either in the row, either in the square format or in the rectangular format. Here, the horizontal lines denote the rows while the vertical lines denote the columns that are there in this matrix. Then we have the second topic, that is order of a matrix. How do we determine order of a matrix? We determine order of a matrix on the basis of the number of rows and columns that are present in that particular matrix. This order of a matrix is also referred to as the size or dimension of a matrix. If we say that it is a 3 by 3 matrix, so order of a matrix is always written in the by format, that is row by column. So if it is a 3 by 3 matrix, then it means that this matrix has 3 rows and 3 columns in it. And if it is a 2 by 4 matrix, then it has 2 rows and 4 columns in it. While if it is a 1 by 2 matrix, then it will have 1 row and 2 columns in it. So then we move forward to notation of a matrix. Notation of a matrix is basically the way in which we symbolize the matrix. So a matrix in the form of a symbol is written by a bold capital letter with the subscript of order of that particular matrix, and each and every element of a matrix is denoted by the small case letters. Here, the capital A with the subscript M cross N means that it is a matrix with the dimension or order M cross N, where it has M rows in it and N columns. And we can determine the position of these matrices with the help of the subscript that is attached to it, which means that if we want to identify what is the position of A12, we can find it out with the help of the subscript attached. So if it is A12, then it means that it is lying in first row, second column. If it is A22, then it means that it is lying in second row, second column. Then we have the types of matrices. So there are mainly 9 types of matrices, where the first one is the column matrix or a column vector. A column matrix or a column vector is a matrix in which there can be any number of rows, but it will have only one column to it. So the order of this matrix is written in the form of M cross 1, which means that there will be single row but any number of, there will be single column but any number of rows attached to it, which means that in this particular example we have one row and one column and 3 rows with it, and in this we have one column, 2 rows, and in this particular example we have one column and 3 m number of rows attached to it. Then we have the row matrix or a row vector. A row matrix or a row vector is a type of a matrix in which there can be any number of columns, but there will be only a single row to it. So the order of this matrix is in the form of 1 cross n. So in the example that I have mentioned over here, it states that there is one row and there are 3 columns in it. There is one row and 4 columns in it, and in this particular matrix we have n rows, n columns and 1 row attached to it. Then the third type of matrix is the rectangular matrix. A rectangular matrix is a type of matrix in which the number of rows and columns may differ, and the order of a matrix in this way is written as M cross N, which means there will be inequality in the number of rows and columns. There can be 3 rows and 2 columns, or there can be 4 rows and 5 columns to it. So in this case we refer to it as the rectangular matrix. These are some of the examples that I have attached for rectangular matrix. So in the first example, we can see that there are 3 columns with it and there is 1 row. which means the order of this particular matrix will be 1 cross 3. Then we have the fourth type of matrix, that is a square matrix. A square matrix is a matrix in which the number of rows and columns is equal, and the order of this matrix is denoted as m cross m. So if we say that it is a 2 by 2 order matrix, then it has 2 rows and 2 columns with it. If it is a 4 by 4 order matrix, then it will have 4 rows and 4 columns attached to it. Then the fifth type of matrix is the diagonal matrix. So what is a diagonal matrix? A diagonal matrix is a square matrix in which all the non-diagonal elements are 0, which are above or below the principal diagonal. What is the principal diagonal? The diagonal which is running from the leftmost top and it is going till the bottom right, we call it to be the principal diagonal. So the diagonal matrix is a matrix in which other than the principal diagonal, all the elements are 0. Elements that are above this principal diagonal and below the principal diagonal are 0. Then we say that it is a diagonal matrix. Then we have unit or identity matrix. A unit or identity matrix is a special type of a diagonal square matrix in which on the principal diagonal we have all the ones. So if a diagonal matrix has all the ones in the principal diagonal, then we say that it is a unit or identity matrix. We denote the unit or identity matrix with the help of capital I. So if we write it as I2, then it means that it is a 2 by 2 order identity matrix. Then we have the next type of a matrix, that is a triangular matrix, and we have missed on to the seventh one, that is the null matrix. So a null matrix is a type of matrix in which all the elements are 0. It is a very easy type of matrix. If the elements are 0, then we simply qualify it to be the null matrix. And the symbolic way of denoting the null matrix is capital O. Then we have triangular matrix. A triangular matrix is a square matrix in which all the elements above or below the principal diagonal are 0. So this triangular matrix is divided into two types, that is the upper triangular matrix and the lower triangular matrix. So what is an upper triangular matrix? An upper triangular matrix is a square matrix in which all the elements below the principal diagonal are 0. So all the elements that are written below this principal diagonal, if they are 0, then we say that it is an upper triangular matrix. On the other hand, we say that it is a lower triangular matrix if all the elements that are written above this principal diagonal are 0, then we say that it is a lower triangular matrix. Then the last type of the matrix is the submatrix. A matrix that we obtain by deleting some row or the column from a particular matrix is characterized as a submatrix. For example, if we have a matrix A with the 3 by 3 order, that is 3 rows, 3 columns, and we delete the third column and the second row from this matrix, then the matrix so obtained is said to be the submatrix of the matrix A. So that's it for today's session. Thank you.